Hello friends, welcome to Gnanadeep Academy's UPSC answer writing program. Today we are discussing a question on cybersecurity. Just recently, if you have gone through the paper of UPSC means 2023, you will find a question on cybersecurity. So cybersecurity has always been an important topic for UPSC. So this question is from UPSC means 2022 and you'll have to write this question in 250 words. So the question is, what are the different elements of cybersecurity? Keeping in view the challenges in cybersecurity, examine the extent to which India has successfully developed a comprehensive national cybersecurity strategy. Now, as usual, first we'll have to understand what is the focus and what is the locus of the question. Here, the focus of the question is the first part, what are the elements of cybersecurity? Now, this part of the question is conceptual, okay? Most of the students will focus on challenges in cybersecurity, but we'll have to understand here that the question is not asking you what are the challenges of cybersecurity. So the first part of the focus is what are the different elements of cybersecurity, and the second focus is keeping in view the challenges of cybersecurity. When you're going to write the extent to which India has successfully developed a comprehensive national security policy, you'll have to keep in mind the challenges of cybersecurity. So the challenges in cybersecurity is the locus of the question and not the focus. So you're not supposed to write a lot of words on cybersecurity or challenges of cybersecurity. So the second focus here automatically will be extent to which India has successfully developed a comprehensive national cybersecurity policy. Okay. Now let's go to the next part, that is the introduction part. Now, how to go about writing introduction in such questions? Because you'll have to mention some current happenings also, and also you'll have to put up some conceptual data about cybersecurity. So you can start this question by explaining or defining what cybersecurity is. So it means the protection of cyberspace, including the critical information infrastructure from attacks, damages, and misuse. Also, it includes the set of technologies, practices designed to prevent various types of cyber crimes. Okay, there is no other way you can start this question, because the question, the first focus of the question also is conceptual. Okay, and then the most important part, what I think in this question is that you will have to give the current reference to this question. Now, what am I giving? You'll have a lot of things to mention from current affairs, but let's try to be more relevant here. According to Ministry of Electronics and IT, India witnessed 13.91 lakh cyber security incidents in 2022. Now, by writing such points, what are you doing? You are emphasizing that yes, cyber security is a challenge, because in the question it says that keeping in view the challenges of cyber security. So you automatically mention in the question that yes, cyber security is a big challenge to the country, because in just 1 year of 2022, India witnessed almost 14 lakh cyber security incidents. So you can then put figures for 2023. There are a lot of international organizations which give out facts and figures about cyber attacks in all the countries. So specifically, all those information that is related to India can be put into this question. And mind you, this is the most important part of the introduction, right? Without this, the answer becomes very bookish. So bring in relevant facts and figures of that particular year. So this is how I think we can, go through the introduction. Now, the second part here, and the most important again, is what are the different elements of cybersecurity. Now, this is very bookish part of the answer. You straight away have to know these elements of cybersecurity. Okay, these are very important. Now, the first is application security. Now, I'm not going into details of each of these, but what application security means is when you're developing applications, you have to ensure that you have built-in security in the applications. Then you have information security. It relates to how you're going to protect the information from cybercrime. Then disaster recovery planning, again very important element of cybersecurity, wherein you build in features to recover data in case there is a cyber attack. And no matter what steps you take, cyber attacks can happen, and so you'll have to have this in place, disaster recovery and planning. Then network security, it speaks about how you secure the network. Then end user security, this is about creating awareness amongst the end users. Okay, so a lot of initiatives can be taken under this as well. Okay, so this is very bookish. There's no other way that other than mugging these things up. Okay, so this is one part of the question. Then the next part is to what extent India has successfully developed a comprehensive national security strategy. Now here you'll have to be analytical. You cannot go just by saying that yes, India has a very good security strategy in place. You'll also have to highlight what are the shortcomings in those strategies. Okay, though it is not asked in the question. Now, the first and the most important part that India, as a part of its cybersecurity strategy, has done is that it has established specialized agencies which deal with cybercrime. Now, which are those? At least mention the names. No need to mention the details or the functioning of these agencies, but then CERT in 2004 is one important agency. Then we have National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center, and again Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, that is I4C, in 2018. Okay, this was the apex platform to deal with cybersecurity in India after 2018. So these agencies you'll have to mention. Then government initiatives which are related to spreading awareness about dangers of cybercrime and mitigating cybercrimes. Again, very important names here. First is the Cyber Surakshit Bharat Initiative. Cyber Surakshit Bharat Initiative, which was started in 2018. Again, that is to create awareness amongst people. Then we have Cyber Swachhata Kendras in 2017, wherein people can debug their systems using this program. And then we have Information Security Education and Awareness Project. Okay, these are the initiatives that were started by the government. We have some more which are important. I think the most important is the National Cyber Security Policy of 2013. Again, there's no scope to go into details of the cyber security policy, but just mention here that we have this policy here, but somewhere else you'll also have to mention how this has to be changed with changing times. Then the most important again is the Information Technology Act of 2000, and later it was amended in 2008. Again, though we have so many provisions in this act, this is again falling short considering the changing technological aspects or the changing types of cyber attacks in India. So these are all the strategy framework that Government of India has framed. But now, in spite of having these in place, we still have some problems. We still have some shortcomings. What are those? So some challenges in strategy still remain. What are those? If the attack originates from some international region, then it is very difficult to track it. That is one problem. Why? Because there is no international coordination amongst countries. So this applies to India as well. It is difficult to track attacks from extraterritorial locations, say Pakistan, China, which are hostile countries, because there is no international coordination. This is one challenge. That India is not a member of Budapest Convention. If you don't mention this, your answer will always be incomplete. You will have to mention Budapest Convention because it is the only one global convention which speaks on cybersecurity. So it is about addressing cyber crimes by improving investigative techniques and increasing cooperation amongst nations. Now this is so important because we are writing that there is no international cooperation amongst countries. Budapest Convention becomes important, and India is not a signatory to this convention. Okay, the biggest shortcoming that we can mention here. So then there's lack of private sector participation in cybersecurity. There's lack of adequate infrastructure or trained human resources in cybersecurity. These are some issues that India faces when it comes to cybersecurity. Now, how would you end this question? Because you have written the challenges, you'll have to be futuristic. What India has done and what can be done to further improve the scenario of cyber security in India. So the first is the changing nature of cyber crimes. India has also made efforts at meeting these challenges, but more needs to be done because, like I said, the cyber security policy of 2013 or even the Act of 2000 seem to be outdated now. So more needs to be done. to effectively address the threats that are posed by cybercrime. Then there is need to update the existing framework. This is again important. You're trying to be futuristic here because the nature of cybercrime is changing globally, and so will our framework or policies have to change with time. Now, this has to change keeping in mind the emerging threats by earmarking funds. You'll have to make available funds from the budget because the funding that Government of India gives for cyber security is very minuscule. So we'll have to increase this. We'll have to make sufficient funds available for it. Then creating awareness, then greater private sector participation, global collaboration by maybe signing the Budapest Convention, updating of IT Act and Cyber Security Policy 2013, and focusing on human resource development. So all the challenges that you've mentioned earlier, you can put them in the conclusion, saying that we'll have to work on these, and then your answer becomes a futuristic one. Okay, so this is all about cybersecurity for now. Thank you. Have a nice day.